but
What is God's name? Howard. How do you know God's name is Howard?
Our Father who art in heaven.
Howie!
Hey, Howie!
How we doing?
Yeah, how are we doing?
Howard.
I'm having a little trouble with my mic stand today, Ty. We might need some upgrades.
Oh, I tried to. I
It's
changed
all
it.
good. It's all good. It's okay. Not to get distracted.
Not
but,
to get
you know.
distracted. I tried.
We got Richard back from
Richard's
vacation. He was down in Florida, Bama. He thought it was Myrtle Beach. The kid is not geographically tuned, but he's got our mics working. We're hot wired. We're ready to go. How we doing?
How we doing? Thanks, Rick. I'm glad to have you, buddy.
Thanks for the laugh, Richard.
Thanks for the laugh. Yeah, Myrtle Beach. It's in North Carolina.
Florida, Bama. Florida and Alabama.
Richard was in Alabama. Sorry, we have to rip on you for a little bit. That's actually really hilarious. Anyway,
We're going to start. We'll be a little cookie cutter when we start, but Tyler's going to give us a little info. What's the cut schedule like for the games?
cut schedule so it's about half the field, I believe. The first event number 1, they're going to cut the field in half, and then there'll be progressive cuts after that.
It's 50%, right? Down to 75.
Yeah, I think it's actually
then
technically
down to
47.
50.
But yeah, then down to 50.
That's technically what?
47%.
Fucking dick. Oh, well, technically. All right. Well, okay. So 75 after the first event, but we don't know what the first event is.
Correct.
And if I remember correctly, I remember an interview with Greg Glassman in which he referenced within the first 3 hours. So we'll say first event is going to last about 3 hours, right, with a couple heats.
Wow, I'm not aware of where you got that information, but
He did an interview with
cool.
Team Hustle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm reading into that a little bit more than I think you should. I just think, for them to put on a single event could take 3 hours.
Yeah.
I think where we're leading with this is what should the
Is he
workout
also?
be?
Was it also? Yeah. That's exactly where we're going. What is that including the team workouts, or he was not specific about that? Event 1 will take 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we assume that the teams are in there.
Within the first few hours, we're gonna know what athletes. What 47%
Right.
are going to keep working
so-
out, and which ones are packing their bags and watching the rest
See
of the
ya
weekend.
later. Go back to where you came from, even if that's in the United States.
Yeah. Will that change the first workout?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. I think we have some.
Answer the question. Will it change the first workout?
I think it should change the first workout.
Yeah.
I think it should.
Because
I think if you're going to narrow the field in half, I think the first workout, which has typically been more a specialty workout, either a longer endurance workout or a swimming workout, I think it should be just more typical CrossFit in the first workout. That's what we've seen in the past. It usually takes a couple days to get into the typical CrossFit. I think now that this is a format change, maybe that should be a format change. Or I think it's a good idea if it is. I'm not telling Castro what he should or shouldn't
I'm going to
do.
amend my previous stance to say this. Since
You're allowed to do that.
Castro's hasn't had as much control over the regional programming, I do think it will affect how he programs for the games.
Okay.
Do I think that will change how he wants the flow of the weekend to go?
No.
I don't
want him to.
The man doesn't care about who's competing. He cares about the competition.
Yeah. And what it looks like visually.
If Pat Vellner finishes in the 63% of athletes that get cut after the first workout, or 53, sorry.
Yeah.
Then Pat Vellner didn't do his due diligence in preparing himself for the CrossFit Games. If that happens to be him, or if it's just maybe somebody else that we all are cheering for, I don't think that's bad for the sport.
I agree with you on that. I don't think it's necessarily bad I don't think it is likely to happen. But I think there's a possibility that you could see, like you said, somebody like Pat Vellner.
And I bring him up because he didn't do well in the run swim one last
Yeah,
year.
right.
There are lots of athletes that could trip and fall
that
and have something
podium-
happen. Chain falls off a bike, equipment doesn't work the way you need it to. Something like that, and you're done.
Yeah, for sure. And athletes that you either end up on the podium or finish in the top 5, 7 to 5, do poorly in one of the first 2 workouts, which could see them cut from the field.
Yeah.
That's an impact on the sport. But like you said, I mean, if that is what happens, I think that could also
gives us
be
something
good
to
for the
talk
sport.
about.
Yeah.
Number one, it gives us athletes to watch. Number two, and it kind of puts a little boot in under everybody else's ass to say, your training's not done just because you make it to the games.
And in that scenario, that's where I think you could see Hunter McIntyre advancing, because especially if programming doesn't change, you see a run, swim, run. We know what that guy can do. He's an endurance athlete, and he's a good CrossFitter. He just doesn't have a ton of high skill, and he's not super strong, but he's strong. And you could see him advancing, I think, potentially into the 3rd event if the programming doesn't change. But I guess again, I'm not saying it should.
And
I'll take a
hot take. The more events he's in, the more people watch.
Yeah, because he's gonna talk shit, and I like it. I like that he's rough around the edges. I like that people don't like it. I like that people don't like that they think that he didn't earn his spot there. When the reality is he's earned it because he's just made himself relevant in the world of fitness, and that's good for the sport. So
yeah, I mean, people are upset because he's got more Instagram followers than them.
Yeah,
They're butthurt.
Yeah.
They're taking advertising dollars out of their pocket. Boo hoo hoo.
Yeah, and he's more exciting than some of the
Dude, he's an
male
obstacle course
CrossFitters that have
master.
up
He's
there.
been owning that sport for not like 1 year, 5.
Yeah, for sure. And he's got a character. I like it. Yeah, I'm hopeful that he can survive into a couple events.
Yeah, I'm in.
So that kind of takes us into, you told me about this morning. There were some power outages in Madison.
Breaking
news on Twitter.
Yeah, found out on tweets.
Electrical plant or something like that caught on fire.
Yeah.
People were out of power for a while. We thought maybe there could potentially have some.
Yeah, I was getting all giddy about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Not going to be a problem. But the games are 2 weeks.
They
away,
didn't
so.
mention anything about CrossFit being there, and I thought that was a little surprising. I thought if they wanted more people to read the article, they'd mention something about the CrossFit games. But
CrossFit. CrossFit is a big deal there in Madison. Whenever the games go on, it's
fit city, man. Lots of fit people. Lots of
fit
things
people.
to do.
Lots of cool things to do. So
Yeah. I think I'm supposed to ask this question. We're trying to work off a little prompter here, right?
Yeah. We can go right in. We can.
Well, there's some more news surrounding the games. CrossFit's got a new partnership coming up. Partnered with who?
WIT.
Yeah, that's
whatever it takes.
Based out of London, correct?
Yeah, based out of London.
Taking over specifically most of the consumer side of things, right? Selling and merchandising.
Yeah, the store, specifically the e-commerce. Basically, it's a move for CrossFit to be more globally relevant. Because I think they understand that's where they have the most opportunity to grow.
Well, my understanding from what you were explaining is they're moving most of their shipping to overseas.
Well, because WIT has most distribution in Europe, it's for sure
year.
So, there's potentially some maybe U.S. consumers that are going to be a little, because I think they still. What that's going to affect is U.S. consumers having to pay for postage or half price.
Sure.
WIT's offering half price postage.
What's the story with? Are they going to have more of an experience at the games? What's their presence like?
Yeah, they are. They are going to have an experience at the games. So this is the first.
They must have listened to our last show and that we wanted to do that.
Yeah, we
do. We got viewers out there.
Well, it says their experience, but they're at the bottom, at the end of the deal, they're a retailer. So their experience is revolving around. But it is more of they're working out. They're going to offer classes. I think that's cool. That's still not what we're trying to do. No. But yeah, it is. They called it an experience. So it's really cool for us because I think it's big for a friend of ours, Jessica
friend of the
Griffith.
show.
Friend of the show, hasn't been on yet. She'll come on, dropping names. She was actually, I believe, the first WIT CrossFit athlete. She was the first athlete that they signed.
Say it with confidence. Stop that question.
Oh bullshit. Yeah, I'm just I would hate to be wrong, but I'm not wrong about this. I don't believe so. Scott Panchek, Jamie Green, got some athletes. I think it's really good for them. It's good
Katrin,
for
Noble athletes now.
Yeah, Toomey is with Noble.
And the way I understand WIT sells all the brands. WIT sells
all
Noble,
brands. Yeah, so that's what I was going to get to. This is going to be, they haven't said as much, but what I'm wondering now is what this means for the relationship moving forward with Reebok and CrossFit. As far as I understand it is still the Reebok CrossFit Games, but since WIT offers multiple brands. Mainly, actually, I believe I read that they actually mostly sell Noble and Nike, not as much. They do offer Reebok, but I think most people that purchase Reebok go through Reebok. That's the way I understand their e-commerce breakdown. But big for Noble too, because from what I understand, reading just through some Instagram comments and reading into some of their own marketing, I believe they're going to be at the games. I'm not sure if they're specifically going to have like your traditional booth, but I think that is interesting as well. So looking forward to
Do you
seeing how
still
that
wear,
shakes
Rick, do
down.
you still wear Nobles to work out, to train? You just like the shoe?
Yeah. I think their marketing is awesome.
I hate doing shoe reviews, but
Yeah, I'm not totally sold on the product quality of their shoes, but everything their look is cool. I like a lot of things about their brand. I'll leave it at that.
cool. Fair enough.
Fair enough. But so yeah, I think that's good for Wit. That's good for the sport. I think.
I think the more competition surrounding competition is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Competition is good for everyone.
Yeah, I think a lot of these moves to me are just reaffirming. I mean, it's good for the sport overall that now there's all this visibility for fans to consume the sport. Advertising dollars. This is all we're seeing is advertising dollars continue to flow to the sport. Good things to come in the future, although we don't know exactly what they look like. Things look good for CrossFit moving forward. I believe.
Yeah. All right. I'm taking over. I'm going to make everybody play a game.
Playing
We're
a
going to
game.
do the Mount Rushmore of the CrossFit Games. Snake draft. I'll start. Go around the room. Rick gets to participate. I know you guys don't get to see his lovely wafted hair.
Not yet. Once we grow, we'll get him on camera.
Any athlete, team, individual male, individual female, top 5 that you're interested in watching at the games. They don't have to be your picks to win. They don't have to be top 5 Mount Rushmore 2019 games. I'll say number 1. I'm just going to go ahead and take Jessica Griffith, Team Wit.
So are we building a team?
No, you're picking your 5 Mount Rushmore. Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of the 2019 CrossFit Games? Why are you tuning in?
Okay. Does that mean that I can say that I'm looking forward to watching Jess too?
No, I've already picked her. She's on mine.
Fuck. Okay.
That's why I got to go first.
All right. Can I go second?
I made the game. Yeah, Rick's going last. But he gets to pick 2. It's a snake draft.
Oh, snake draft.
Snake draft. Jessica Griffith, Team Krypton. Really excited to see her back on a team this year. Went individual for 2 years. Competed hard. Got really fit. Back in Springfield, working out with the 417 squad.
Yeah.
She's got herself a dynamite duo of dudes, Cody Mooney, Alex Smith, both really dope
and
to
they're
watch. And then Camille LeBlanc is looking
Really good looking.
I don't know if you guys checked her Instagram. She's losing weight, getting really fit. They just had a good weekend of training. I'm looking for CrossFit Krypton to come in and make a splash. Jessica Griffith. Woo woo!
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, my pick. Go.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks that you took them.
Yeah.
You picked them
doubt.
because
you can
I
pick one of the other athletes on the team.
I'm not first. Maybe eventually.
All right, stop explaining. Pick an athlete.
Man. I'm gonna pick Brooke, our friend Brooke. I think, no surprise. I think she's put it together this year. I think she's gonna really do some damage. She's looking super fit. I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. She looked good at the Rogue Invitational. I thought she
Yeah.
performed well against some high caliber athletes.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the first event isn't fucking cyclocross, we're good. We're good. So that's my pick. Brooke's gonna do very well at the games this year. I hope this is the year she gets on the podium.
Yeah, I'm pulling for her top 3. Let's go,
Yeah,
B. All
let's
right,
go.
Rick. You need 2 picks. We'll give you a little extended time. If anybody calls time, that puts you on a 30-second timer.
Ooh.
I'm going with Sean Sweeney. CrossFit Cowboy. He's my number 1.
Yes, the CrossFit Cowboy.
He's got 1 sanctional win and 2 top 10 finishes.
Oh, look at Rick, the stat boy over there, pulling out all the moves.
Yeah.
What sanctional did he win?
He's just dope. He knows the CrossFit community is going to be behind him this year.
Yeah, dude, I like that guy. He's an entertainer.
He was energetic.
Okay,
And,
Sean Sweeney for Rich. Tyler, update the note with our picks.
Oh, okay, cool, done.
All right, I'll do it in here so we can see.
Okay.
And my second, since we're going snake, is James Newberry. I just like him.
Is that that's the Aussie?
Correct. Aussie, oi, oi. I just liked him a lot. And his man look last year really drew me in. And he was
He had like the mini man bun too, right?
Yeah, correct.
All right, I'm in. James Newberry. Nice pick, Rick. All right, Ty.
Chandler Smith.
Ooh.
Dude,
I knew you were going to do that.
kid's electric. He's absolutely electric. He hurts, man. He goes hard in workouts. He's fun to watch.
I don't disagree with
He's
anything
got
you just
he's
said.
got character on the competition floor. And he's super real, man. His Instagram he's just super raw. He's really honest. I love that he's a military guy. Chandler Smith is my pick.
Nice pick. Solid pick. All right, you guys are taking good individual athletes. I'm on the team train. I'm doing this raw. I'm doing this live, like we said we were.
Raw
I'm pulling
and
out stats.
live.
I'm going based on feel. Tyler, what a good pick. Wow. Ooh.
Oh, nice butt.
Street Horner.
Dude, I was almost going to pick Street.
Competed
This is
hard
here's
at the
why.
Rogue
This is
Fitness,
funny.
and dude shit himself the other
Shit
day doing
himself.
a track workout.
Yeah.
If you don't follow him on Instagram, he was on Instagram and he was like doing 4 or 5 rounds, or like I think he was doing 5 rounds and it was on the 4th run, and he just shows his leg. And at first, I thought he just like ran through some mud, but he was at a track, and I was a little confused. And Tyler goes, "No, he shit himself. He's been sick. Dude pooped himself."
Yeah, that's a one-upper of the guy that threw up on the treadmill at regionals.
Street Horner.
Street Horner. In training, shit himself.
I think
Mad
that's
respect,
absolutely- yeah, I
homie.
think that's
Mad
absolutely
respect.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And then snake style, so I get another one. This is my number 3. Man, oh man, you guys are making this hard.
I mean, you have some time to pick, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm making sure all my ducks are in a row. I want to pick another team athlete. I think the team competition is going to be where the
Yeah, I do think team competition is going to be really fun to watch.
It would be silly for me not to. I got to take my boy Matt Fraser. I mean, dude is going to dominate. I want to know how many. I'm going to set a line in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to kind of do some math, do a little research, an over/under number on how many points he wins by.
Yeah, so I like that pick too, because I think Fraser's still going to win, because I still think at the end of the day he is definitely the fittest man on the planet. What I'm interested to see is how this new format, how it affects the margin of victory.
Yeah,
I guess that's what.
interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, based on how
'Cause
many competitors are there,
what does- is there
how
a
the
s-
scoring's going to work?
Yeah,
Are they
scoring-
going to give points to people that finish outside of the top 50?
how's the
40,
score? That's my
whatever.
biggest question:
Yeah.
is how's
Yeah.
the scoring going to work? Is there going to be an adjusted sliding scoring as cuts are made, or are you going to start over at some point fresh with points? How that's all going to play out, I'm very interested, because I still, again, Matt Fraser is the fittest guy on earth. Is the format going to affect the outcome? That's ultimately why.
And these don't have to be people that you think are going to win. Although I do think Matt and we
Yeah,
both think
yeah,
Matt
I
might
agree.
win. You
Yeah.
don't have to be picking people. I mean, Ricky picked Sweeney and Newberry because he's excited to watch him.
Yeah.
I like that. I like those picks.
Yeah, I do like
All
those
right,
picks too.
Ty.
All right, my next pick. Boy. So this pick I think I'm about to make is it's because I don't really like this person.
Hunter.
No, I like Hunter.
Oh, I know who you're going to pick. Say
Jacob
it.
Hepner.
Yes.
Because of the way that he just bitched about the format. I didn't like that at all. I think he's probably
prove it.
yeah,
Prove it, right?
exactly.
Come back. If
exactly.
he performs well, you're not going to shit
exactly.
on him. But
I'm
at
not
the same time,
exactly. I'm
I
not
like the pick, Ty.
Yeah, thanks. I'm
God,
not.
We're getting good content.
We're getting good. I'm not a Hepner hater. I think he's a good dude. I just hated how he conducted himself in that moment of defeat.
Fair.
And so for that, I'm interested to see how he comes back at the games this year. Ricky, 2 picks on you, bro.
Yeah, dude, this takes you to 4.
I'm going Dre Strong.
Ooh.
So he's on a team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going him because this is Rich's first year with a different guy, I would say. And so I'm really interested to see
He
how
doesn't have Hewitt.
yeah.
Just for funny content.
Right. And,
Corrected his name to Drew Stromboli.
Stromboli. Oh.
yeah, I'm just really interested to see how he reacts
Okay.
with a new guy.
Okay.
And then just because of her charisma, I'm going Annie's oldest daughter.
Annie.
Okay.
All right.
Annie.
I'm a big
I like
Annie
it.
fan.
I like Annie. I get a little bit over her how much she loves herself, but neither here nor there.
Okay,
Ty,
I'm on the team
number
train
4.
with this pick. I want the Invictus team with.
You can't pick all of them. You gotta pick
fuck,
one.
okay.
All right, fine. Team what?
It's Invictus X, right? It's the
Yeah.
Lauren Fisher, Rasmus.
Yeah. All right.
I think just they have potential to be pretty good. Tommy Venus is a freak.
Dude, he is super fit. We
he's
were
a
watching one
super
of their
fit.
behind the scene video the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And they were.
I mean, he snatched
they're-
over 300 pounds at the games 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when we were watching, it was the behind the scenes at the Asia qualifier.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, and I've always liked Rasmus because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Rasmus definitely, in my opinion, on that team has the bigger
I just
holes.
changed my first pick to CrossFit Krypton.
Yeah,
too,
I think
then
you.
if you're
I
just
think you
gonna
can pick
take
the whole
whole
team.
flipping
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. And again, I definitely want Krypton to win. I want to see what I'm excited about the team competition is just to see how these teams battle. There's the
Can I see
most.
that?
Yeah, I think that we're going to see the most competition in the team side that we've ever seen before, and I think it's going to be a showdown. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
In the effort of transparency, we did this because Chaka put together like a compiled statistical analysis of who they thought was going to win in power ranking. And we wanted to do something similar, but just a little Howie Doin way.
Well, how we doing,
All
man?
right, so I got an individual guy, 2 individual guys. I need a woman. I've got
Yeah, you don't
two
have.
Krypton.
Well, to be fair, you did pick Jess. Jess was
yeah.
why you
All right,
picked
well I
the
picked
team.
Krypton. No, yeah, fuck yeah, I love Jess. Oh my god, nice rump,
Danny Spiegel.
Steal my
Ooh.
thunder, but it's okay.
Sorry, I
She's
just
got a
wanted to
butt.
join in.
It's gonna do well.
Yeah, I think
I'll say less, Tyler.
I think the club they started, Girls Who Eat,
Yeah,
girls
hilarious.
with butts.
Girls with butts. Man, oh man, nice rump.
Nice romp.
Last pick, Ty.
All right, I think I'm gonna pick. Let's see, I've got 2 males. I've got.
Oh wait, I have to pick twice.
Wait, but have you not picked 5 people?
I picked
Oh.
Krypton, Street Horner, Matt, and Danny
Cool.
Spiegel.
Yeah.
Give me
Okay.
that back.
Give you what back?
I just need a quick refresh of the roster.
Oh, cool. Sorry.
I just don't. I don't want to forget anybody. I was thinking of someone. Oh, you know what? All right. I don't want to put her on my Mount Rushmore. I don't need to give them any clout. None.
No clout, but we will chase it.
Yeah, I mean, we need people to watch. Let's see if there's anybody down this women's list. I know we didn't. I don't care about the. I don't care about the teens and the masters at all. I know who I'll do. I want 2 women. Sarah, go up
Ooh,
toe to
that's a
toe
good
against
one.
Danny.
That's a good one.
Sarah Sig.
I think I'm gonna pick a chick too.
All right.
Oh man, you know what? Laura Horvath. She just because I think
She didn't do well.
she did really well at the games. She really honestly did not look good at
Invitational.
all at the Rogue
I mean,
Invitational.
quite honestly, at any point during the season leading up to, I mean, she qualified, so she did. What she
Yeah,
needed
but
to
I'm
do,
just
but-
saying it wasn't pretty. She seems nice. I'm not trying to shit on her, but she was just.
Oh, you're
didn't look
shitting on
good.
her. It's okay though.
No, just she didn't look good from a competitive standpoint. I'm interested to see what she's at, where
All
she's
right.
at the games.
Churd.
Since we're going Mount Rushmore, we're gonna go biceps like Greg.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I
Ooh.
like that. Yep.
Sam Briggs, nice, Rick. I like Rick's roster a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, but see, he hasn't had to talk this whole time. He's just been over there compiling his
compiling
data.
his list. Beep, 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 beep.
Quick review. Brian's Mount Rushmore 2019 CrossFit Games. CrossFit Krypton, Street Horner, Matt Frazier, Danny Spiegel, Sarah Sigmund's daughter. Tyler's top 5 Mount Rushmore 2019. Brooke Wells, Chandler Smith, gotta count it. Jacob Hebner, Invictus X, and Laura Horvath. I'd like to see some of those announcers say Invictus
Invictus X.
Invictus.
Yeah.
And
You think they
Richard,
did that on purpose?
Sean Sweeney, James Newberry, Dre Strom, Annie Thorsdottir, and Sam Briggs. Dre Strom could be tied in with Mayhem.
Mayhem.
He's a new team member for Rich, and we'll see how they do. That is our Mount Rushmore. Fuck yeah, boys.
Let's
Love
ride.
that. That worked.
Yeah.
Take us out. We have a little bit of a dispute, a little bit of a controversy in the CrossFit realm. Some people stealing some programming.
Stealing programming.
We don't. I mean, we can mention the names if we need to. Really, it's a philosophical discussion about how okay is it for you to be using other people's programming if you're not giving them the credit that credit's due. My personal opinion is you don't own a 5x5 rep scheme on a back squat. You don't own percentage work, and you don't possess the intellectual knowledge to keep other people from trying things that they might find organically. So if people are blatantly ripping things from you, not giving you credit that you think you're due, I think you need better terms of service. That's my take.
Yeah, you're right. Ultimately that's what it's going to come down to. What does the contract say when you purchase the programming?
Give us the specifics. I feel like trying to.
Okay, yeah. So should we use the names?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
the company RX Mindset has been selling programming. If you go to their website, they have tons of programs. And I don't think some of their programs are wrong. They're selling like workouts, 400 workouts. That's fine. You don't own a workout. And that gets into more philosophical. And then anyway, there's Barbell Physio and then Catalyst Athletics are two other companies that also sell specialized programming. Catalyst Athletics is Greg Everett. He sells strength training programs. And then Barbell Physio has one of Pamela. I don't know how to say her last name. She works for CrossFit Gymnastics. She sells gymnastics programming, pull-ups, muscle-up programs, yada, yada, yada. So RX Mindset purchases the subscriptions. They are a consumer of these, and then they repackage basically the exact program and sell that to another group.
I mean, it's repackaged.
It's repackaged. It's branded. It's rebranded.
Yes.
Some of the words are verbatim. They take out some of the things,
It's a
especially
cut and
when
paste.
it's a cut and paste of a lot of things. So
It's wrong. It's wrong that he's doing it. I don't disagree about
Well,
that.
it might be wrong. It's immoral, but it might not legally be wrong. If the contract doesn't, when he buys it, if the contract doesn't say that he can't do it, and I think that's what you're saying is like, you don't own a rep scheme. You don't own.
CrossFit doesn't care if you go out to the track and run 400 meters and do 12 pull-ups and 20 kettlebell swings. Just don't call it Helen and don't call it CrossFit.
Well, no, you can go out and do that. They don't want you to start a gym and call it Helen and CrossFit without paying the proper fees. Right? I mean,
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we were.
You can't call it CrossFit. You can go run 400 meters, do the pull-ups, and do the kettlebell swings in the rep scheme. Just don't call it CrossFit.
Well, you can call it CrossFit. You can't sell it as CrossFit.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just making sure I'm understanding what you're saying. But
I think you understood perfectly well from the first time I said it.
they were given a cease and desist. RX Mindset is so they received.
It'll be
it.
interesting.
Yeah,
the legal battle, how it plays out.
If it even gets there.
He didn't use any of their imagery. He didn't use anything like that. It was simply the program that he was then and methodology that he was then trying to reprogram and repackage.
Yeah, so. And we'll see what is, obviously we may not see, but it'll be decided what his contract says and whether they had the right to resell it.
Is that what we need? Is that what we got?
That's
what
what
we
got.
Rich. How long did we go?
So I guess we can just
2
a little
weeks,
preview.
I think within the next 10 days we want to come up with follow up with our Mount Rushmore and maybe with some odds to
I
win.
think we'll follow up with another
maybe
show.
Some prop bets. I think that's what we should come back with, some prop bets.
Yeah. I mean, why don't we do we want to do a gentleman's wager on, so you think, I think in general that Dave will not change or do we want to take a wager on whether we think programming will be changed?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I think we should maybe develop some way to score
our teams for sure.
Yeah, our top fives, our Mount Rushmores. Maybe you get some points if they win an event and how they place overall.
Yeah.
Maybe not try and give out points for every single event. If they win if they win an event, you get 3 points. They place on the podium, you get 2.
Yeah, let's develop some prop bets for the next show for sure. But we'll definitely touch base
games are in
before
2
the
weeks.
games.
Start I think the 31st is the first day of competition, July 31st through Sunday the 4th. Madison, hopefully Power's back. Excited to see what the events will be. I think we should be getting some hints, some drops, some clues here in the next couple weeks.
There's usually a couple
Castro.
workouts. Yeah.
Man, Dave Castro, I'm sorry, my last thought. I've been commenting on every post that he's had on Instagram, telling him that he's the best marketer that CrossFit has. Because that dude's hashtag TDC challenges gets so much traction on Instagram, and so many people participate, tag the company, tag CrossFit. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see him again. I can't wait for him to be back.
I'm stoked to have Castro back too.
Let's ride.
How we doing?